Welcome to the Women in Tech podcast series, brought to you by Wisconsin Tech Month. This series is all about shining a light on the women who are driving change and breaking barriers in tech. Each episode is about celebrating their journeys, successes, and the impact they're making in our industry. Let's hear their stories.
Yeah, so I started my journey in tech at a young age. I was introduced to STEM first in First Lego League in elementary school, and then later gained some more technical and leadership skills in the first robotics program in high school. So I was really able to get to try out and learn about engineering. I was able to try out leadership, try to understand, hey, how can I lead a group of people working really hard on a project? And that helped move me into making the decision to pursue a degree in electrical engineering. So I did pursue and complete that at Milwaukee School of Engineering in 2015. And I've spent the last 9 years delivering disruptive solutions to the job site with my role at Milwaukee Tool. So really just kind of understanding STEM at a young age and then building into solving problems as a full-time career. Yeah, being a woman in STEM, in the engineering field, specifically in electrical engineering, where the women graduating rate is somewhere in the like 13 to 15% of undergraduate electrical engineers are women. Sometimes it can be a bit daunting. There's definitely a lot of times when I'm at work and have in the past been the only woman in the room. So it's definitely a lot to think about. And that's why it was really critical for me when selecting a role to make sure that I found a company that had a great culture, that was very supportive, and just a really open environment. And that's really been helpful for me in growing my career, finding a place like Milwaukee Tool that was really supportive and had great people to answer questions and interested in helping me build my career. And I think being a woman in this technology space, you can run into unique challenges, but it helps me to be more disruptive and innovative in my day-to-day work. Who better to come up with new and innovative approaches than someone who challenges the norm every day, just being a woman engineer. So it really helps me to try to reframe some of those challenges in a way that I can help think in different ways and innovate in the space. Yeah, there's definitely been a lot of challenges, a lot of defining my own path, kind of throughout my career when I've looked upward in my organization or at future roles. I haven't seen a lot of women specifically to look up to. So it, again, can be a little challenging thinking, hey, I'm going to blaze the trail in this space. But it is really exciting when those accomplishments do come through. I think figuring out how to become a working mom was one of the most challenging times for me, but it is one of my proudest successes. And I remember coming back from maternity leave and my brain just didn't work right. I just couldn't do the same things in the same way. I had to come up with new strategies. And it was really a year postpartum until I actually felt myself again. And I think part of that was really just adjusting to what my new normal is. And as my 2-year-old daughter right now grows up, I know that those demands and challenges are going to continue to evolve. But being able to go to work every day, come back home, find that family balance is one of my biggest successes so far in my career. I really love in the tech industry that there's always some new challenge to overcome. I really appreciate working really hard at something that's difficult, and that just vindication when you're able to come up with a unique solution. I never feel like I'm bored. I really appreciate the leadership aspects, kind of where my role is now of getting to help build my team, helping to coach them through challenges and see them achieve some of those successes. It's really neat, even in the role that I am today. It didn't exist when I started at Milwaukee Tool. So it's really cool to see how developments in technology are helping unlock new potentials of different power tools or different product categories. We never know what's going to be coming around the corner. And I never think that there's ever a dull moment. There's always something new and unique, a new challenge to solve. And again, completing that is the most satisfying feeling in the world. Yeah, so some advice to someone who's, new entering the tech space. Remember always to take some time to reflect on how far you've come. It's definitely easy to only think about your gaps to where you want to go. But it's always important to give yourself that pat on the back and realize that some of the things that used to be the end of the world or such a hard struggle, now you can just do them really easily. Sometimes you don't know your own strength until you're under load. You would never have thought that you could accomplish something until you get to the other side. So sometimes you just don't know how strong you are. And at the same time, you do need to know your limits, and you know them better than anyone else. So trust your instincts, and know if you are at a point where you need to step back, to make sure that you can find that ideal Zen balance. Yeah, definitely would love to see folks on LinkedIn. So I'm under, Samantha Billetdeaux, Billetdeaux. So you can look me up on LinkedIn, and would love to chat or connect there.
And that's it for today's episode of the Women in Tech series. A big thank you to our guest for sharing her story and inspiring us all. Make sure you check out all of the amazing things that are happening during Wisconsin Tech Month. There is so much to discover, from workshops to panels to networking events. Stay connected with our incredible community of tech leaders and innovators throughout the month of October. Thanks for listening.